The second game of the day. As you can see, we are outside here in Grand Rapids, and it's going to be an interesting spot to try to stream hockey from. I'm going to do my very best here. I had to go find a hill at the end of the rink to try to get a little bit of elevation, yeah, so we're against Grand Rapids. Got about 4 minutes left in the warm-up, and then put the puck to the ice and see how it goes. Sun shining on part of the ice, sun not shining on another part. I know they have a chiller here. It took forever for the ice to set up though after they made it, so obviously it's about 50 degrees out. So there's some concern about the ice and the condition of the ice and everything. So we'll see how that works out and how that plays to our advantage or disadvantage as we work through this. There's part of our cheering staff heading around the edge there, and so 3 minutes 20 seconds left in the warm-ups. We'll just let this roll. I'm gonna kill the audio for a little bit, and then we'll be back as it gets closer to starting. About 45 seconds left in the warm-up here. People are starting to fill in along the board, so it might be difficult to get this game streamed and have you guys see much, so I apologize for that. There's the buzzer. So Hunter Nash will be in the net for the Lightning here for this game. right. I see Langseth and Olsen and Horbach and Savino and Ryan, I believe, as the starting 5 for the Lightning in this one. Again, like I said, people just keep stepping in front here, so it's going to be really hard to live stream this one and have people stand. Oh. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Savino in for this face-off. Not sure what the delay is to start. Not sure about the delay here. They're inside the scorer's box. So 17 minutes up on the clock. Here we go. Checking on the attendees. We'll be ready to rock here. All right, Savino in for this face-off. Puck is down, pulled back by Grand Rapids, rotated D to D. Coming up the right side here. Dumped down deep. Olsen picking it up there on the half wall, trying to chip this one up and forward. Able to get it out, but Grand Rapids in control in the neutral zone. Puck comes forward, gets pushed into the zone. There, Langseth with the puck here, trying to center. Gets it over to Ryan. Ryan trying to center to Savino, but the puck comes out. Olsen grabs it, throws it down in front of the net. Ryan and Langseth, they're battling. Langseth on the end wall now and tries to center forward, but up onto Grand Rapids stick. They're going to throw it up and out. Olsen just trying to bang this one to the side. And ties up there. Puck comes into the Grand Rapids defensive end. Push it up the half wall. It's turned around by Langseth there. Langseth in front. Shot off the side of the Grand Rapids player and into the corner. Savino now flipping a puck out in front where it hits a Grand Rapids player stick and bounces out. We're going to have an icing here. Olsen losing an... Oh, not Olsen. It looks like Horbach maybe losing an edge. Oh, Emmett Warachka. Sorry. So here comes Olsen with the puck. Centering pass. Hitting that one forward. Puck gets turned the other way. Vertnik with it there. Warachka with the puck. And then taking off his stick as he back checks well into the zone, into the corner, and takes the Grand Rapids player off the puck. Great play there to angle him off and get the puck away. Puck pushed up the near side half wall and into the neutral zone. Hit placed on, I believe, Pratish. Vertnik pressuring the puck carrier there. Puck comes into the zone, picked off by Olsen. Olsen going to push up on the near side here, get across the half ice line, and throw a bouncing puck towards the tendy. Grand Rapids picking it up on the end wall, rotating it around up the half wall, exiting out. Tulinchek going to their centering pass, save there. Puck pushed to the far side and around to the far half wall. Boy, it's hard to see the puck down on that far end. Gets on to the goal line. As he walks in, slides one towards the puck, or towards the net. It gets pushed behind. Pratish trying to get this one out. Ends up on Tulinchek's stick. Tuli behind the net, rotating to the half wall. Hit put on there, and the puck free. Shot wide of the net to the right and rotating up this side to the point. Another shot towards the net, bodied out, picked off and turned over by the Lightning. Shot wide of the net to the left. On the left side point, shot off of some bodies laying loose in front, and Nash will jump on top of that and get a stop with 14:34 remaining here in the first. So I don't know how hard it is for you guys to see this one. The glare is pretty bad. I tried standing on some pallets in the corner, but the glare is really, really bad as you get close to the ice. So, puck dropped, pulled to the side. Grand Rapids firing a shot wide left of the net, rotating up the side into the point. Lightning battling there in front of our net. Puck down into the corner, picked up by Munsterman, and then lost there into the corner, pushed up off of him. Bentley on the half wall, going to chip it around, try to beat him to the puck. Grand Rapids going to pick it up here on the corner. Bentley puts a bump on him. Grand Rapids cross ice pass coming off the wall, just out of the reach of Ryan. Munsterman puts a hit on, centering pass, puck laying in his feet, wrapped around behind the net, sitting on the end wall, rotating around, kick to the side, puck laying loose. and finally out of the zone, controlled by Grand Rapids as they're going to rotate all the way around the world, and this is going to be an icing. As Olsen hustles back, but that puck going to come back to the left of the Grand Rapids goaltender with 13:42 remaining here in the first. Savino, Langseth, and Ryan, I believe, the forwards. Olsen and Horbach, the defense. Savino in for the face-off. Puck dropped. Sitting in the circle, comes to the corner. Langseth going to try to slap it down, but it ends up back to him in his feet. Finally, Grand Rapids picks it out of the pile, and up ice they come. Grand Rapids skating around the defense, blocked down by Hunter Nash. Coming up ice, Olsen looking to get it there. Fires a bouncing puck towards the net off the end wall. Langseth pressuring here on the half wall. Lightning unable to hold the zone, and up they come. Grand Rapids in on the right, loses it along the half wall, tries to bang it around the end boards, and gets tangled up there. Puck pushed to the half wall. They're going to skate it back in deep. Skating around now behind the net. Puck lost. Puck rotating up to the Grand Rapids point. Picked up there by Savino. Savino to Olsen. Olsen back to Savino. Savino flipping it up in the air. Picked up by Grand Rapids deep in their end. As they rotate D to D. Langseth. Oh, it looked like he's going to put a hit on, and the puck carrier turned it over for a second, but now flips it cross ice, and they dump it down deep. Tulinchek with the puck in the far end. Tulinchek bounces it off the half wall, and it gets dumped back down deep again. Coming around behind the net. Reverse hit there. Puck laying loose, trickling out in front of the net, still loose. Swept to the side for a second and then pushed into the corner. Puck comes around the end wall. Pratish picking it up there, going to push up the near side. Tries to make a cross ice pass, and it gets blocked and back in. Grand Rapids in control in their defensive end. Rotating to the far side red line. Carries in on that side. Drop pass. Coming around center towards the point. Shot coming. Wide of the net. Push to the side. Off the sidewall and back down in. Langseth pressuring the puck carries. He throws it towards the net. Puck pitchforked up and out of the zone. Looks like we have an ice. I don't think it's going to make it, so they're going to pick it up. So I expect all the pucks to be slow here. Pass coming up ice. They're waving off the icing. Puck's picked up. Back door pass to, can't tell if it's Tommy Ryan or Stam. It's Brecken Stams, excuse me. Puck comes cross ice, just past the outreach of the defense. So we're going to have an odd man rush the other way if Miller. Oh, great job by Miller to get back and put a hit on him and separate him from the puck. Puck tipped forward, slipped towards the net by Tulinchek, now sitting behind. Puck on Stam's stick. Stam to the point, going to flip this one back down deep. Lightning changing behind the play. Langseth pressuring the puck carrier. Rotated around the end boards. Picked up in the corner. Centering pass thrown through to the far side. Grand Rapids going to get past center ice and throw it down deep. Nash pokes it behind the net for the defense. Puck battle behind the net that I can't see. Puck trickles out now to the side where Savino will pick it up. Trying to center, but centers it right to a Grand Rapids player. Shot tipped up and into the netting. 10:16 remaining here in the period. Face-off should be to the right of Hunter Nash. 0-0 the score. Puck dropped, pulled back. Kyle there with the puck for a second. Center shot coming out front, laying loose in front, and in the net. So melee, a little scrum in front of the net, unable to get the puck covered, and Grand Rapids banks home the rebound to put them up 1-0 with 10:07 remaining here in the first. This is Pratish in for this face-off. So we have the officials still talking to the scorer's table. That's why they stepped out of that. Warachka in for this face-off now. Okay, they thought he was thrown out of the face-off circle, so now they're going to switch it back, not realizing that it was on the official as to why. They must be having some trouble getting the score up on the clock. There we go, got the score up now. All right, Pratish in for the face-off. Puck dropped, pulled to the side by Pratish, but unable to control. Grand Rapids going to get it past the red line and dump it down deep. Moore going to pick it up behind the net, pushes it up to Warachka. Warachka trying to get that out, but it ends up on a Grand Rapids stick, and he pushes it on the ice towards the attendee, and Nash covers it up and gets a stop with 10:06 remaining here in the first. Puck down. Lightning trying to throw this cross ice and out. Managed to get it out of the zone, but Grand Rapids in control. They're going to roll D to D. Wide pass. Pratish putting pressure on with Vertnik. Pratish picking that pass out, trying to rotate to Vertnik, but it's on the end wall still. Vertnik stepping in as Grand Rapids exits up that other side. Puck comes out of the zone. We got a hit put on there by Olsen and a goal. So puck squirted past even after the hit, and Grand Rapids picks it up and beats Nash with 9:41 remaining. The score now 2-0. All right, and for the face-off, puck dropped, sitting in the circle, pushed down deep into the zone. Bentley going to pressure the puck carrier. Puck comes free on Stam stick. Stam centering pass, puck laying loose in front. Stam behind the net with Bentley, picking that puck up on the half wall. Bentley takes a hit. Puck comes squirting out of the zone. Tulinchek going to try to pick that up and keep it out of the zone. And we either have a puck out of play or an offsides. Looks like puck out of play. So face-off just outside the Lightning defensive end with 9:20 remaining here in the first. Puck drop, pulled to the side and into the Lightning end. Hit on that half wall there, separates the Lightning from the puck. Puck comes free. Gammon able to get a piece of it and chip it out. Puck comes then into the skates of Bentley and up. They're going to wave off the icing. So Bentley pressuring behind the net, puts a hit on, puck laying on the end wall, picked up by Grand Rapids, rotating up the half wall. Cross ice pass comes out. Savino back there to pick that one up. Savino with Tulinchek. Savino's going to go all the way around behind the net, skated it the whole length of our defensive end to go behind the net, and it gets tipped off his stick and in front of the net where Nash will cover it up. 8:43 remaining here in the first period. Lightning trailed 2-0. Face off deep in our defensive end. Puck jocked back, one back, sitting still in the circle. Lost that puck as they come around the end wall, tried to center it. Puck now back to the end wall again, rotating to the right corner. Grand Rapids to the point. Shot towards the net, steered wide on a stick. Grand Rapids still in control, rotating to the other point. Puck off of a stick and into the corner. Grand Rapids still in control. Cross ice pass to the point. Oh, good stick there as Lightning tried to get that one up out of the zone but couldn't. We're going to have a penalty called here on somebody. Again, I can't see it very well with the glare through the glass, but penalty on one of the Lightning players. Maybe Tommy Ryan? Sorry, hard to tell, but nonetheless, the Lightning are going to be shorthanded here with 8:10 remaining in the period, trailing by 2. Puck dropped, pulled back by Grand Rapids to the point, down to the middle, back on the dot, picked out of there. Lightning going to try to throw that out, but can't exit. Puck rotated D to D. Comes up the far side half wall, drop pass back the point. Langseth pressuring the puck carrier. Grand Rapids shooting from in front. Puck pushed off to the corner. We're going to try to rotate back to the point, but the guy had slid to the middle, and the puck's going to trickle back down into their end. Pratish now pressuring the puck carrier. Puck comes back to Horbach. Horbach touches it. Olsen and Horbach battling with the player, but the puck comes out of the zone into the neutral zone, picked up by Grand Rapids. Going to carry it on the right. Comes around the net, centering pass out front. Stick poked it to the side onto the right half wall. Tying up on the half wall, but he slips free. Centering pass is blocked and put to the end wall. Now Grand Rapids works right straight behind the net, looking for someone to pass to. Drops it back behind the net again. Grand Rapids will rotate around left corner at the goal line. Shot deflected up and into the netting. 6:58 remaining in the period and 49 seconds left on the penalty. Warachka and Betley, the forwards, coming in. Tulinchek and Moore, I believe, the defensive pair. Puck dropped. Held by Grand Rapids. Quick shot. Got his glove on it, knocked it down, and then covered it up. So 6:54, we'll have another face-off, same spot. Puck sitting on the dot, still loose. Grand Rapids able to get a piece of that, and now they've got in control. Carried it around the end wall, centering pass, bang back, wraparound attempt in the net. 6:45 remaining here in the first period. Power play goal for Grand Rapids, and the Lightning are now down 3-0. Stam in for this face-off. Puck dropped. One back by Stam, but not controlled by the Lightning. Grand Rapids forward picks it up, carries it into the zone. Loses the puck there as it's turned over above the circles. Can't tell who's battling there for the puck for the Lightning. I think it's Gammon. And then the puck gets down to the end wall where Stam will take and give a hit. Pile up in that corner. Again, that glare, I can't really see who's in it. Puck finally pushes out and around to the right side corner. Savino trying to make a move there with the puck and get the puck out, but can't get it clear. Thule will pick that one up and flip it up and out of the zone. Grand Rapids got to regroup in the neutral zone here. Going to drop it back to the defense. Pressure being put on there by Stam. Cross ice pass coming on, enter on the left side. Centering. Misses on that pass. Picked up, returned to the point. He's going to step that one in, pass it down the wall to the end. Into the corner goes Miller. Miller takes a hit there, gives one back. Savino trying to flip it out and finally gets it out and into the feet of the official. Savino pressures the puck carrier there and he just bangs it off the boards, allowing Miller to step up and pick that puck up. Miller going to get the puck across the center line and dump it down deep. Puck on the near end wall. Pratish pressuring, sitting in the half wall there with, I believe that's Langseth. Miller and Kyle the defense right now with Vertnik assisting them. Good hustle back there by Johnny Vertnik to get that puck turned the other direction. Centering pass poked into the corner. Rotated from the end towards the point onto a Lightning stick. And not out of the zone though. Controlled in the zone for a second there by the Lightning. Big hit there in open ice. And the puck ends up in the left corner. Centering pass off some shin pads. Boy, is it hard to see down there. Sorry about this. Puck rotated around the end wall. Grand Rapids has a puck banged off their stick. Langseth pushes it back, I believe. Gosh, I can't even tell you who that was to. Pass poked into the corner there by Nash. Pratish picking that one up, chipping it out of the zone, but unable to control. Grand Rapids resetting and Pratish causing some pressure back there, but unable to get the puck away from Grand Rapids, and they'll enter again on the left side of the zone. Puck pushed across to the right side half wall, chipped up and out. The puck on its edge, picked up by Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids going to come back up ice. Carries in on the left side. Escapes that hit. stepping towards the center, dumps it towards the half wall where it's picked up there by Olsen, chipped out of the zone. Can't tell who there. Puck rotated near side. There's Warachka pressuring the puck carrier. Puck comes out and onto Horbach's stick. Horbach rotating it to Olsen. Olsen with a quick touch pass to Bentley. Bentley carries in on the right side, has it tipped off his stick. Takes a little shot there on the half wall. Lightning holding the zone for a second. And puck still stays in, but Grand Rapids picks it up here and going to regroup. Bentley pressuring the puck carrier onto the stick of Ryan. Ryan's being hooked there. So Ryan battling through the hook and draws the penalty. So the Lightning will go on the power play here with 3:23 remaining in the first, trailing by 3. Munsterman and Tulinchek the defense. Pratish centering Vertnik and Savino. Puck dropped, pulled back by Grand Rapids, controlling behind their net. Savino stepping up to try to hold the zone, but Grand Rapids able to bang it off the boards. We got a rush going the other direction. 1-on-0 coming in on Nash. Shot, glove saved by Nash. Great save by Nash. 1-on-0 on the short-handed opportunity for Grand Rapids. 3:07 remaining in the period and 1:45 on the penalty. Puck dropped, sitting in the circle, controlled by the Lightning. Banged off their stick though and into the corner, laying loose. Pushed up the half wall to the point, shot wide left. Comes up the other side half wall. Grand Rapids in control, pushes it back towards the center. Puck at the left point. Stuck in some feet. Lightning going to dump the puck in. Tulinchek dumps it down deep. Savino putting pressure on the puck carrier. Puts a hit on him. Puck chipped up and out of the zone. Rotating around now from one D to the other. Olsen with the puck there. Tries to bang it off the boards. Gets it to, is that Stam? Stam chips it into the zone and attacks. Puck rotated up towards the point. Olsen with the shot. Blocked by Grand Rapids. Picked up there by Tulinchek. Horbach. Horbach battling for that puck and it gets pushed into the Lightning end. Olsen picking it up there. Makes a little bit of a move and comes up our right side. Comes in, shot wide of the net to the right. Another towards the center. Langsa trying to get a piece of that but can't get enough on it to put it into the net. Puck to the point, off of some shin pads. Olsen holding the zone, slaps it across towards Langseth. Langseth with the shot wide of the net. Puck sitting behind on the end wall, laying loose. Gammon working back there. Puck rotated around to the right side half wall. Langseth with the puck again, has it poked off his stick. And up to Olsen. Olsen with a couple of moves, puck coming loose. Shot wide of the net. Puck pushed back in by Horbach. Centering pass, but no Lightning players there, and Grand Rapids going to throw it out of the zone. Penalty is over, 1:15 and counting here in the period. Puck stopped there by the Lightning. Trying to exit up this right-hand side. Puck dumped back down deep. Nash stopping the puck behind the net. Olsen picking it up there. Stops. Looks for an exit. Throwing it high off the glass. Throwing it high off the glass. Trying to spring Ryan, Ryan behind the net working with it. Trying to get the puck out front. Comes off his stick and kicks out. Moore stepping underneath of that one with Kyle to stop that rush with 40 seconds remaining. Puck out into the neutral zone. Puck flipped up along the right edge. Grand Rapids regrouping, coming in far side blue line. Centering pass, nobody there. Chipped off the boards. 25 seconds. Bentley working against two Grand Rapids players there. Puck trickles into the offensive end, but picked up by Grand Rapids before they're angled off the puck, and Savino will come in. Savino trying to come in and get a shot, but it's wide of the net. Savino chips it behind the net, and Grand Rapids chips it out. 7 seconds. Puck poked off of a stick there as Warachka loses an edge. Shot, blocker to the side. Puck rolling behind the net, and we're out of time here in the period. So End of one. Lightning find themselves trailing 3-0. So we'll take a short little intermission break. I am going to make an assumption that they are not going to make ice in between any of the periods here, just for the lack of setup time with the weather. But we'll see. As you can see, the sun is getting now across the middle, like 2/3 of the rink, and some shade on both the edges. So I'm guaranteeing you that's going to have an impact on things as time goes on. It changes the consistency of the ice.
Sorry. I went like this. I went like this.
Right, switching ends now, going from this end the other way. The Lightning will come. See Horbach and Olsen coming onto the ice. Pratish, Vertnik, and is that Ryan? Yep, Ryan, the forwards. Pratish centering this line. Puck dropped, one back by Pratish, pulled back into the defensive end, foot race there, and Nash will push it into the corner. Puck pushes up that far side half wall. Puck dumped down deep, knocked out of the air by Pratish. Pratish trying to get that one out for Ryan, and gets it ahead to Vertnik. Vertnik attacking with Grand Rapids, but they take the puck back. Grand Rapids going to carry this puck up, coming up our near side. So Olsen there gets a chip on that puck, played up against the end wall, puck rotating on the end boards here. Puck laid loose for Pratish. Pratish trying to hit that one up to Ryan, takes a shot there in the corner. So Lightning changing there as the puck comes. So shot coming, centering pass, good save there by Nash. Puck coming out of the zone, picked up by Warachka. Warachka working that puck into the zone with, I think, Betley. Puck lays loose on the corner, up to the point. Olsen with the puck there, dumps it back down, but it's picked off and flipped up ice. So Tulinchek will pick it up here, chip it up, trying to chip it up out of the boards, just sweeps it across and out, get to Savino. Savino hasn't come off the end of his stick, and Grand Rapids enters back in. Savino chipping it up off the boards, trying to get it out, but can't control. Puck comes to the center, trickling in, and Nash will cover that one up. 15:27 remaining in the period. Lightning trail by 3. Oh, we have a penalty. Sorry. Penalty there on Grand Rapids. I missed what the penalty was. But nonetheless, Lightning go on the power play with 15:27 remaining in the second period. Stam in for this face-off with Gammon and Langseth. Defense is Miller and I can't see who the other defense is. I think it's Tulinchek. Puck sitting loose on the dot, stuck in some feet. Puck pushed out. Tulinchek now going to hustle back after that with Miller. Tulinchek picking it up in front of the net, going to rotate behind. Tuli loses an edge there, and puck gets lost in the corner. Miller and Tulinchek working there with Stam. Stam able to pick that puck up and pushes up the right side. Stam chipping it, going around the puck or the defender. Centering pass. Puck lays loose in front. Grand Rapids picking it up and coming back. Going to just get across the red line and dump it deep. Nash to stop it behind the net here for the Lightning. Miller lets Thule pick it up here behind the net. Thule looking for a pass, puts it onto a stick of Grand Rapids, and they're going to turn it the other direction. Pass picked off by Stam, carried back into the zone. Oh, Stam tripped up there as he came into the zone. No penalty. Puck dumped back down. Nash going to step up and play this one to the side. Good job by Hunter Nash to play that puck out of the zone. Grand Rapids picking it up, though, carrying it in the neutrals from the neutral zone. Rotates it up the half wall to the point. One-timer, kick to the side by Nash. Puck. Miller stepping up into the play, able to get that puck out of the zone. Grand Rapids regrouping. Lightning are going to be in big trouble here. Puck, thrown on net, hits off of Nash's knee and comes back into the net. And the Lightning give up a shorthanded goal to trail now 4-0 with 14:03 remaining in the period and 36 seconds left on the power play. Pratish in for the face-off. Puck dropped. Finally pushed into the Lightning defensive end. Olsen coming back with one on him. Wraps it hard around the board there. Picked up by Ryan. Ryan trying to get this one ahead. Chipped it out. Finally getting it up to Vertnik. Vertnik going in, but has the puck knocked off his stick. Grand Rapids picking it up in front of their net and throwing the puck to the point. Held into the zone by Horbach, but then it comes out. Lightning coming back the other direction. Offsides. So Grand Rapids coming in offside, shorthanded there. 11 seconds remaining on the penalty. Puck still sitting on the dot, bouncing around. Pratish finally able to get a hold of it, but then loses it. Grand Rapids with the cross-ice pass in front. Rotating on the side. Shot comes wide. Pratish picking it up on the half wall. Pratish trying to exit that out, but bouncing puck over his stick, and Grand Rapids gets it, throws it off of Olsen's knee, picked up by Horbach. Horbach going to bang it off the wall, trying to hit Ryan. It comes out into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Ryan, who's going to try to get this one down deep into the zone, and does. Tommy pressures around the corner. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Foot race back. Great hustle there by Betley to get in underneath of that one and take the puck carrier off. Betley there carries around the end wall. Puck lost into the corner. Wilson and Betley pressuring the Grand Rapids player. Puck rotated on the end wall, picked up by Moore behind the net. Moore going to take a hit there, and he gets it to the half wall for Ryan. Ryan and Moore working with the puck carrier. Olsen now into this end. Puts a hit onto the Grand Rapids player. Puck pushed up. Sitting loose in front. Picked up there with Olsen. Olsen coming up that edge, going to just get it and try to flip it down ice. We should have an icing with the Lightning, and they're looking for the change. 12:18 remaining in the period. Lightning down by 4. Face-off coming back to the left of Nash. Moore and Kyle, the defense. Stam, the center, with Langseth and Warachka. Puck sitting on the dot, pushed towards the point. Swept in on net. Nash able to get a piece of that, and it gets pushed to the half wall. Shot off of some bodies. Warachka working for the puck, and then Moore picking it up. Moore pushing, going to push up ice. Knocked off of his stick and back behind the Lightning for Kyle and Savino, or Stam, excuse me. Stam taking off the puck there, slides into the wall. Warachka putting pressure on the puck carrier. Puck comes up, cross ice pass. Grand Rapids entering up the center. Good stick there by Stam to stop that advance. Puck pushed into the near corner, rotating on the end wall. Kyle getting involved there with it. Puck laying underneath and finally pushed over to the corner by Langseth. More battling there, gets the puck up to Langseth. Langseth kicking it forward, trying to get that pass forward to Warachka, but onto a Grand Rapids stick. And Grand Rapids will enter in. Shot wide of the net. Langseth pressuring. Looking for Grand Rapids coming around the net. Centering pass. Puck lays loose in front. Covered up there by Nash. 11:02 remaining now in the period. Lightning still trail by 4. Bratish in for the face-off with Gammon and Vertnik.
Austin, where's mom?
And we got one too many out there. Ryan stepping back off the ice. Tulinchek and Miller the defense. Puck dropped, sitting on the net, pulled back by Bratish to Miller. Miller trying to get that puck up the half wall. Bratish able to get a piece of it, and then Vertnik takes a shot and loses the puck. Bratish off of Miller's foot and out. Gammon now. Puck enters, pushed with a poke to the side by Nash, picked up by Thule behind the net, has it come off his stick. Tulinchek into the corner, they're battling for that puck with Gammon. Tulinchek now on the end wall. Grand Rapids players there almost got him, but he ducked out from underneath one. Puck onto Vertnik, stick, Vertnik chipping it up and out. Grand Rapids has to jump their stick and go back to the other end. Grand Rapids regrouping in front of our bench. Cross ice pass. Tulinchek now with the puck carrier. Shot. Loose rebound out front. Steered to the end wall by Miller. Puck rotating up the half wall where Vertnik and Miller will attack that. Miller on top of the puck, and Bratish will pick it out of the pile. Bratish going behind the net with the puck. Stops and pushes it up the half wall where Gammon will work to get to it. Gammon and Tulinchek there. Grand Rapids rotating to the opposite point. Shot. Puck laying loose in front, but steered to the corner. Gammon chipping it out, but onto a stick in Grand Rapids defense. Pushed to the opposite corner for Miller. Coming up the half wall to the point. Coming cross. Shoots wide of the net. Going to bounce off into the opposite point. Now rotated again the other way. Dumped down to the end wall. Bratish now pressuring the puck carrier there. Centering pass on Gammon's stick. Gammon trying to get that out, but unable to, and Grand Rapids has it as it sits along the near half wall. Finally, the Lightning able to clear the zone with the puck, get a change on some of their players here. Grand Rapids going to push that up the other side, though, and try to get it in. Jumps Thule's stick. Thule loses an edge and the puck, but gains it back, but it's laying loose out front. Now into the corner for Miller. Miller on the end wall. Bentley jumping in, puts a body on him with Savino. Savino throws it up and it hits off the netting, and we should have a stop now with 8:52 remaining in the period. Lightning still down 4-0. Bentley taking the face-off here with Savino and Ryan. Nash and Olsen the defense. Or Horbach and Olsen the defense, excuse me. Oh, good save there by Hunter Nash. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with the camera this close. Hunter Nash with a good save there, able to get his paddle on it and tip it up into the netting. Bentley back in for the face-off again. Puck swept to the right. Pinched up to the corner. Bentley picking the puck out of there. Bentley going to try to carry up that side. Chips it up out of the zone for Savino. Puck lays loose in front of the net, and Grand Rapids comes out, in front of the bench. Grand Rapids turns over there, though. Can't tell which Lightning player has the puck and where it's at exactly, but it looks like it's under the tendy now. 8:22 remaining in the period. Lightning down by 4. Moore and Kyle the defense. Warachka, one of the forwards. Puck comes back, gets around the Lightning defense, and Grand Rapids overskates the puck. Puck's sticking, I think, right now in this sunny area. Kyle able to get a piece of that and chip it out of the zone. Puck going to get dumped back down deep again. Nash stopping it behind the net. Kyle going back for it. Kyle battling on the end wall. 3 Lightning players there and no defense. And the puck's laying loose out front. Still laying loose out front. Another save by Nash. Great job by Nash. Grand Rapids there gets the puck on the half wall, fires it towards the net, and Nash will scoop it up off the bounce. So 7:47 remaining here in the period. Face-off will be to his right. Stam in for the face-off with Pratish and Langseth. Puck pulled to the side. Langseth approaching the defenseman. He skates across the center. Puck laying loose in front. Nash laying on top of it and going to get us a stop. .739 now and another face-off. Tulinchek and Miller checking in at defense. Puck dropped, pulled back by Grand Rapids, up to the point, rotating D to D. Pratish pressuring, puck rotated to the end wall for Tulinchek. Tulinchek battling on the end wall. Puck squirts loose, comes into the near corner where Miller skates. Miller trying to chip it around the Grand Rapids player, ends up with it back on his stick and in his feet. Puck lost there, blocker saved by Nash. Puck rotates around the end wall and out of the zone. Grand Rapids regrouping in the neutral zone, coming on our right into the zone. Centering pass, swept to the side. Miller with the puck there. Miller looking for something to do with it. Throws it towards Langseth, but jumps his sticking out. Grand Rapids in control coming in now again. Grand Rapids shot wide of the net, up to the far point, dumps it down deep, misses the puck, and it comes to the end wall. Tulinchek picking it up on the end wall with two Grand Rapids players. Tuli able to come out of there with the puck, chips it forward for Langseth, comes off Langseth's stick. We've got a rolling puck, so we're probably no icing. They're going to wave that off. So down behind the net it goes. Grand Rapids in their corner, looking for an entry pass. Picks it up in the neutral zone, but can't exit with it as it's sticking into the ice there. Comes in the near side, pressure being put on, up onto the wall with Ryan. Miller chipping it up. Savino and Miller working to try to get that puck out. Miller finally gets it. Cross ice pass to Ryan. Ryan coming in on the left side, but comes in off sides. So 6:01 remaining now in the second period. Lightning down by 4. Munsterman and Olsen the defense. Ryan, Betley, and Savino the forwards. Puck pulled to the side by Betley. Sitting in some feet there along the blue line. Finally the puck dumped down to the goal line and back. Behind the net, rotating up the near side half wall. Pass comes out, picked off there, and pushed back in by the Lightning. Touch pass there as the Grand Rapids comes around the defense. Good save there by Nash. Puck on Betley's stick. Betley trying to chip that one forward. Savino able to get it out, but unable to control. Ryan able to stop that bounce pass and leave the puck in the neutral zone, but Grand Rapids rotates to the other side, throws it. Munsterman knocks that one down. Off of Munsterman's skate now the second time. Picked up by Savino. Savino trying to make a move there. Puck dumps down in front of the Grand Rapids bench. Olsen with the puck. Loses it off his stick. And we're going to have an odd man rush now the other way. And Nash gloves that one. Good job, Hunter Nash, to glove that one down and get the save. Vertnik in for the face-off now with Borachka and Gammon. Puck pulled back to Olsen. Olsen flips it off the boards. Puck sitting on its edge and rolling. And they're going to call icing on this one. 4:51 remaining.
How about you 3 me? You 3 me. You 3 me. Wait, me off.
Vertnik back in for the face-off now. Kyle the defense with Horbach. Puck pulled back to the point, rotating D to D as Grand Rapids. Shot on net, loose puck in front. Oh, great save by Nash to get a paddle and a blocker on that one and flips it up to the back. Horbach now with the puck carrier and Vertnik into the corner. Puck comes off their stick. Grand Rapids in control in front. Tries to center. Kyle able to put a stick on it and stop that. And the puck rolls to the side there. Horbach with the puck. Chips it off the board for Vertnik. Puck laying loose and picked up by Grand Rapids. Puck in the far corner here in this end. Vertnik and Horbach working against the puck carrier. Loose puck laying in front. Picked up now by Grand Rapids. Centering pass, swept to the side by Kyle. Puck chipped at by Grand Rapids off a couple of bodies and swept into the corner by Horbach. Again, Grand Rapids in control. Up to the point. Shot coming. Saved by Nash. Another shot. Saved by Nash. Second shot. Loose in front and in the net. Jeez, I got the camera off. Puck bounced off to what would be the right of Hunter Nash, and the bouncing puck back to the other side got slapped in. And the Lightning now trail by 5. 3:45 remaining now in the second period. Stam in for the face-off. Puck dropped. Pushed forward by Stam. Lightning attacking Stam, picking that puck up. Stam coming in. And puck poked wide of the net. Grand Rapids trying to enter on the half wall. One of the Lightning players trying to hold his own. I think that's Tulinchek, but a puck ends up coming out onto Moore's stick. Moore tipping it forward for Stam. Stam trying to flip it ahead. And Grand Rapids controls, bringing it in now. Up against the end wall. Moore working with the puck carriers. He skates, cross ice pass to the point. Shot coming. Kicked wide by Nash into the corner. Moore takes a hit there. Puck lost in against the board. Centering pass. Puck laid loose in front. Tulinchek battling to get that one away. But Grand Rapids takes another pass to the middle. Thule stops the pass. Puck ending up on Moore's stick, and he tries to exit, but Grand Rapids still able to hold the zone. Thule on the end wall. Grand Rapids there coming around the end. Centering pass in the back of the net. And with 2:36 remaining here in the second period, Lightning now down by 6. So that sun facing looks like it's starting to face right into Hunter Nash's eyes. You can see the shadows there coming at the angle towards the net here. Bentley in for the face-off with Ryan and Savino. Puck dropped. Pushed forward by Grand Rapids. Entering on this side, comes on the half wall. Picked up by Olsen. Olsen takes a hit, gives a hit. Puck comes to Bentley. Bentley up to Ryan. Ryan trying to get back to Bentley. Bentley going to carry on that side, chip it around the wall. Bentley goes down, and it should be a trip here. So they're going to call an interference or a trip. They're going to call an interference. So with 2:15 remaining in the second period, Lightning down by 6. They will go on the power play. Bentley in for the face-off with Ryan and I think Savino. Puck onto Ryan's stick, tries to shoot up to Olsen at the point. Shot towards the net, deflected up and over. Centering pass, puck loose in front. Now back along the end wall. Grand Rapids going to push up ice. Comes cross ice. And we should have an icing, and we do. 1:56 on the clock. 1:42 left on the power play. Savino in for this face-off. Puck pulled off to the side by Savino, off the boards and out of the zone. Olsen coming back, one on him, picks it up there, chips it off the wall for Bentley. Bentley dumping it up for Ryan. Ryan puts a shot on net. Puck pushed out and now back to the end wall. Bentley to Savino. Savino trying to get a shot there. Puck loose in front, now into the corner. Olsen to hold the zone. Shot, tees one off, wide of the net. Comes onto the far side corner there. Another shot wide of the net. Olsen will step down and pick it up on the half wall. Up to Savino. Savino with the puck. Shot from the point. Wide right and off of the boot of a Grand Rapids player, but he managed to keep control. Pushes it ahead. Puck into the near side corner here. Horbach there with Betley. Olsen with the puck. Olsen trying to get that ahead. Puck comes off of sticks and in Grand Rapids control in the neutral zone. And now Grand Rapids will carry it in. Shot, steered to the side by Nash. Grand Rapids on the end wall with the puck. To the point, walks the line, shoots, stick to the side by Savino. Betley picking that up there. Betley trying to chip it off the wall to Savino, but can't get it out. Shot on net. Picked up again by Grand Rapids out front. 33 seconds left in the period. Puck pushed up to the half wall for Ryan. Ryan's going to take a hit there, and Horbach and Ryan and Betley trying to get that puck out of the melee. Finally, the puck picked out of there by Ryan. 18 seconds, 3 seconds left on the penalty. Grand Rapids with the puck coming back. Puck comes through to the end wall. Horbach there with the puck. Olsen engaging the puck carrier, takes the puck, looking for an exit, bangs it high off the glass and gets it out, and the period ends. So at the end of 2, score 6-0. We'll take another little break here and swap ends to finish this one out. Okay, we're going to take a longer intermission as they are going to make ice, and so we'll see how this comes out. It took a long time for that ice to set up when they made the first sheet, so we might have to wait a little bit when they come back. But neither way, we're going to have at least a 15-minute break here before the next period. right, players are back on the ice. 17 minutes up on the clock. They made some ice, I think, is what you could call this. Partial dry shave, some parts missed. It's pretty ugly, but as you can look at it from here, you can see how wet it still looks. So we'll see how much the puck sticks as we get started here for this third period. So it's unfortunate. I mean, just the weather not cooperating. I mean, if normal situations in the end of November, you'd expect ice to be pretty quick to set up out here. So anyway, Pratish in for this face-off. Puck dropped, pulled back by Pratish. Tulinchek there tying up the puck here as he comes into the zone. Grand Rapids going to just chip it down deep, and Tulinchek will work to pick it up in the corner. Tuli there rotating it around, hits off the end of the net. Puck trickles out in front. So that puck hit off of the net, back to the end wall where nobody expected it, and stuck and came out. I mean, so there we have it. There's already wet ice involved. 16:28 rolling time, 7-0 Grand Rapids. Vertnik in for this face-off. Puck controlled by Grand Rapids. They're going to bring it in on the left-hand side on the half wall. Rotating down below. Lightning try to exit, ends up Vertnik chasing it back on the end wall. Puck sticking there right by the door to the Zamboni. Puck bounced off the half wall to the near side point. Shot wide of the net. Picked up on the far side half wall. Stopped there by the Lightning. Centering pass up, trying to hit Savino. Savino with the Grand Rapids player in front of their bench has it tipped off the wall and forward. Kyle trying to get to that one. Savino now picking up the loose puck. Savino going to circle this one, hits it off the wall and out into the neutral zone, but Grand Rapids will pick it up there, rotating D to D. Grand Rapids regrouping. It's picked off the pass there. Savino picking it off, coming in, 2-on-1 shot. Blocker save to the right side half wall. Now Grand Rapids on the end wall. Savino stopping there. Puck rotating around into the feet of the Grand Rapids player and sitting there before it swept up to the blue line. Kept in. There. Puck still laying in some feet. Finally pushed up and out. And Grand Rapids coming up ice. Shot, saved by Nash. Good save by Nash there, 14:53 and counting. Puck drop, pushed to the half wall, swept towards the middle, one-time shot wide left of the net, rolling up the left side half wall. Pratish battling there with Grand Rapids. Puck comes out, picked off there. Up ice. Ryan working towards the net, flips it on net. Covered up there by the goaltender. 14-10 remaining in the third. Lightning down by 7. Bentley in for this face-off. Puck pulled back by Grand Rapids, thrown off the half wall, picked up there, carrying up that side ice, throws it around the defense. Centering pass. Saved by Nash. Oh no, I lied, that was a goal, sorry. That was a great save by Nash, but Olsen stepped up, they went right around him, and there was an attacking guy behind him and took it in. Made a nice pass, and Lightning now down by 8, 13.5 to go. Puck drop pulled back by the Lightning. Miller trying to sweep that one out but can't. Puck rolled down to the end wall. Comes to the near side half wall. Loose at the face-off dot. Shot. I'm not sure where that went. But got stopped anyway, and we have a face-off again to the left of Nash. Puck drop bouncing around on the dot. Grand Rapids picking it up off for there, throwing it towards the net and high. Puck chipped ahead. Knocked off the puck onto Grand Rapids stick, shot wide right. Comes up the left side half wall where it's picked up there by the defense, chipped down the half wall. Four Lightning sweaters in that pile there, so that's a problem. Finally, the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Grand Rapids trying to carry that one in. Puck carried in now. Dumped down to the right corner. Picked up by Grand Rapids. They try to carry around the end wall. Has it knocked off his stick. Miller with the puck, trying to carry that one out. Has it pushed back down deep. Grand Rapids to the point. Shot coming from the front. Bodied down. Savino trying to carry it out, taking off his stick. Grand Rapids back into the zone. Skating across the center and into the net. 11:40 remaining. Lightning down by 9. Drop pulled back by Grand Rapids. Going to regroup here in their defensive end. Savino pressures the puck carrier. He carries up the right side. Pass ahead. Puck stuck there and then dropped. Grand Rapids stops. Comes back the other way. Far side D. Skating towards the center. Centering pass off some skates. Warachka able to get a stick on that. Warachka now with the puck. Tries to chip it ahead for Savino, but Grand Rapids picks that pass off. And we'll just dump it down deep. Kyle pushes it towards the corner of the half wall. It comes up to the point. They walk in, shot, blocker, save. Back to the corner again. Push to the end wall. Hit taken there. Grand Rapids with the puck behind the net. Centering pass. Stick lifted at the right time there. Lightning coming up the near side. Tulinchek there with the puck. Going to try to get something centered. Rotates it around the end wall where Warachka will pick that up. Warachka looking for somebody but throws it past everyone and all the way down. Moore going to have to hustle back to pick this one up. Moore going to try to spool something up. Tries to make a pass and turns it over right there at the top of the circles. We're going to have a penalty called on the Lightning. Grand Rapids is going to regroup. Now that they have the delayed penalty, they're regrouping behind the play. And Tulinchek able to get a touch on that puck and a stop. I'm not exactly sure. They are starting the penalty and running it, so they aren't stopping the clock at all. 9.5 minutes left here in the game. Puck dropped. Grand Rapids going to skate this one back to the center. Rotates to the left side D. Rotating now to the left half wall. Dumping it down to the goal line where it's picked up behind the net. Tipped off the stick there. Moore trying to throw it out but doesn't have enough on it, and the defense will pick it up and bring it back in at the point. Puck poked out of there, but Grand Rapids in control. Gammon pressuring that. Grand Rapids going to push up that side. Comes into the offensive end in the right corner, throwing it behind the net. Picking it up on the other side, rotating up to the defense. Shot into the body of Nash and into the corner. Puck into some feet there and comes on the right side half wall. They're going to step it back down, rotate it up to the point now. Walks up, shoots, knocked down by Nash and then covered up. So 8:23 remaining here in the third period. Puck dropped, sitting on the dot. Still sitting on the dot. Finally into the corner it goes. Comes up the half wall slightly before it gets pushed back down to the corner. Now behind the net. Still behind the net, chipping that forward, but up to the point. A couple of stick checks there, puck into the corner. Even strength now. Centering pass, stick check to the side. Pushed down behind the end, or behind the goal line, and they skate it back out, drop it at the point. Picked off there by Vertnick and tried to push it out, but can't clear. Grand Rapids back in control, skating across center. Puck comes in, laying in front of Nash, and he's going to cover that one up with 7:20 remaining. Drop, swept to the half wall, back to the point on the bounce, lays out in front of Nash, and it gets swept up to the back wall. Puck rotating up the side, into the corner, around the end boards. Olsen making a move behind the net, trying to chip that one forward, gets it ahead for Warachka. Warachka trying to catch up to this one, but Grand Rapids is the one that gets to it first, and they're going to rotate it to the other side and attack up the right. Puck centering pass through into the end wall. A couple players pile into the end wall there. Puck stuck in the corner. Rotating behind the net. Picked up there by Miller. Dropped by Miller. Picked up by Olsen. Olsen pushing up the right side, or his right side. Comes into the zone. Trying to chip that puck in. They look to hit him, and he hits the other guy, and Olsen dumps the puck down for Pratish on the end wall. Grand Rapids coming around, picked up on the half wall there by Warachka. Warachka and Pratish working along this side. Cross ice pass to Olsen. Olsen shot coming from Munsterman. Knocked down before it got to the net. Shot saved by Nash. 5.5 minutes remaining. Puck dropped, pushed down to the goal line by Grand Rapids, stops there, tries to center, puck knocked off his stick. Pratish trying to get that one up and out, but can't. Puck pushed back, Nash gonna sweep it into the corner. Grand Rapids picks it up, skates behind the net, wraparound attempt, push back behind the net again. Puck loose laying in front, Nash covering that one up, and we got another stop with 4:50. See Moore and Horbach in there for the defense. I'm having a hard time seeing the players from this far, sorry. But Grand Rapids in control, fires it behind the net, bounces off the end wall and into the far corner. Picking it up there, rotating to the point. Shot way up in the air, and I believe that was caught by Nash and gloved down. 4:10 remaining. Puck dropped, pulled back by Grand Rapids, swept towards the net, knocked down by a lightning stick, sitting in front loose, and swatted into the net. 3:45, and the Lightning now down by 10. Dropped, pulled back, but controlled by Grand Rapids. They're going to take it and just dump it deep in the zone, put it behind the net. Olsen with the puck there. Backhand pass forward to Warachka. Warachka going to try to push up that side, takes a hit, loses the puck there at the blue line. Olsen picking it up there, circling a couple of times. Makes too many moves, and then Grand Rapids will take the puck and dump it down deep. Miller there, centering pass out front. Puck laying in front. Saved by Nash. 2:45 remaining. Face off, pulled to the side, pushed into the corner now. We're going to have a trip called on somebody. It's like a trip called on Grand Rapids, I believe. So with 2:10 remaining, the Lightning on the power play, clock running. Stam in for the face-off with Vertnik and Gammon. Face-off pulled back by Grand Rapids. Vertnik pressuring along the wall. Vertnik in the corner there. Puck comes up, gets pushed around Kyle, and Munsterman going to have to hustle back to this one. Munsterman chips it off the wall. Lightning chip it off the wall again, but unable to control. Puck comes back, knocked up into the air by Kyle, able to keep it out of the zone, and Grand Rapids will pick it up and come back in again. Shot wide of the net, picked up there by Stam in the corner. Stam trying to just flip it up and out, flips it off the blue line here, and it's going to trickle in. There'll be no icing. 1:15 remaining. Grand Rapids going to bring this one back up the left side. Cross ice pass. Carrying it into the zone. Shot wide of the net, steered into the corner. Grand Rapids with 1 minute remaining. Puck's still loose in front. Grand Rapids skating around the end boards, gets knocked off the puck. Lightning player steps underneath. Puck laying loose in front still. Unable to control the Lightning. Now Lightning rotating back to the from 1D to the other. Moore with the puck. Moore going to try to bang it off the boards. Gets it out temporarily, but the puck comes right back in again. 30 seconds. Centering pass off of Warachka's stick. Shot up over the top of everything. Ryan going after that puck. Takes and gives a hit there. And 15 seconds. Puck laying loose in front of our bench. Picked up there. Dumped down in front for Warachka. Warachka trying to carry this one in. Warachka takes a hit from behind. And the game ends. So game over, 10-0. Lightning lose this one. Needless to say, a rough start to this weekend for us. So hopefully tomorrow's better.